Welcome, everybody. It's me, Shane, and I'm here to give you a series episode review and recap. Not really a retrospective because, well, this anime kind of came out 2 years ago, and the manga's actually finished. And if you guess from this face and the title that's right below me, we're going to be talking about Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Yeah, I as you see, I'm wearing a Eraserhead shirt, and I had a choice. I could try to blast through a season and a half of My Hero that I haven't watched, just so I can try to give you guys my current feelings on season five, or I could be proactive, finish this up before they decide to bring out season two, which coincidentally they've already announced just yesterday that on July, I want to say 17th, that is when season two will be starting. So Hulu and Netflix users, I don't know when you're going to be getting it because, well, they took a long time for them to put it on Netflix. I'm just glad it's on Hulu because I prefer the sub structure on Hulu more than I do Netflix. Bar's too black, needs to be opaque. Anyway, before I finish with my introduction on what this is and why it is, please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It really, really, really helps out. I appreciate each and every last one of you. So let's get right into it. What is Kimetsu no Yaiba? Well, I got some notes here and I got some notes up here. I'm just gonna give you the quick rundown of what they say it is. It follows 16-year-old Tanjiro Kamado. He has become a demon slayer after literally his entire family had been slaughtered by a demon. The only survivor being his sister, who was turned into one, and himself. And after seeing the bond that they two had, one of the Demon Slayer corpse, maybe his name is Tomoka, I believe that's his name, Giyu Tomoe Kai. It's a very traditional Japanese name. But after he had came in and witnessed the fact that Tanjiro's sister, Nezuko, wasn't really attacking people and just seemed to be protecting her brother, he sent him over to his teacher. That teacher actually made it into my top 10 list of best teachers around. Teacher name is Urokodaki. Telling you, these guys have such traditional and such unique names. That actually adds to the flair on why I like this show. Uh, so basically, that is the premise. Tanjiro wants to figure out how to revert his sister back into a demon, back to a human from being a demon. The funny part is, his sister just happened to be, his family just happened to be slaughtered and infected by the head demon of them all. I'm going to read his name off of here because I keep forgetting. I know it's Muzan Kibutsuji. Kibutsuji. Say that 5 times fast. This guy, he's a girl right here, but this guy, whew, looks like everyone says he's Michael Jackson. He does look like Michael Jackson. And why does he look like Michael Jackson in a show that has swords and demons and all that? Well, it takes place during the Taisho era. The Taisho period of Japan is from 1912 to 1926 of December. It comes after the Meiji period, which it'd be pretty interesting. We had some Rurouni Kenshin shout outs in here. And it comes right before the militaristic Showa period. So that was kind of like what led us into World War II with the Japanese, but not for a full history. I'm not trying to give you a full history lesson, but yeah, that's what the Taisho means at the end of the episode. At the end of each episode, they give Taisho secrets, which tell something either about the characters or the settings, things of that nature. But it's not just Tanjiro himself that we're interacting with. Somewhere down the line, we meet another character named Zenitsu, who I currently, thanks to anime, I don't really like. I plan on reading the manga sometime soon because the manga's already completed. But apparently, he gets better. I will give him some praise later on in this video. But there's Zenitsu, there's Inosuke, who wears a boar's head. If you've ever seen a character with a boar's head and two swords, that's Inosuke. He's from here. I want to say he's like your typical berserker character, except the dude's face is beautiful. You take the thing off, his flowing. At least the highlights they gave him are like a bluish, midnight blue, kind of blackish highlights. Yeah, Nesco's adorable because out of all the children, and I want to say that Tanjiro and Nesco's family, they had like six or eight kids. She's the eldest daughter. He's the eldest son, but he is the eldest child. Period. So, why is all that important? Well, demons in this world, sunlight kills them. The swords that they use are made out of a steel. It's one of the few things that once you cut off a demon's head, it cannot grow back. They can grow other limbs back. And one of the other few things that can kill a demon is his blood. The same blood that can either give them more power if they can hold on to it, or creates them, can kill them. And actually, if a demon utters his name, the blood itself, that blood curse, kills them. We saw that in one of the episodes. Just, yeah. What is good about this show? uh, Actually, before I jump onto that, let's talk about who writes and animates the show. It's Ufotable. You probably know Ufotable not just from the God Eater series, but they did Fate Stay and Fate Stay Night, Unlimited Blade Works. I saw Unlimited Blade Works, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 years ago. That fantastic. I want to say they did the movie. They did the movie and the episodes, but fantastic animation. I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't put two and two together before. And they're actually working on most of the key animations for the Demon Slayer video game that's going to come out soon. They're on top of it. They're right up there with Mappa, Studio Trigger, formerly known as Studio Gainax. They're on top of all of it. um, so what's good? I already told you, animations is fantastic. They do a split between the normal hand drawn cells and 3D. Sometimes you can really tell the 3D a lot of the time, especially when they want to get that camera shot going around the characters. Sometimes I see it, I'm like, that's a weird choice because I'm thinking about that uh, more modern Berserk anime that looked pretty bad, but these don't look nowhere near as bad as that. Um, Fluid, very very fluid animations, very flashy, wonderful use of color when we see attacks. Because each another thing is that each person who has a sword, they have a type of breathing style that allows them to invoke certain things like flames or stone or even beast breathing. Tanjiro uses water, but he also has something secret. Looks like he can use flames as well. Who knows? I know because I checked up on it, but I'm not going to spoil too much, especially if I want to review it, right? Anyway, the music is amazing. The opening song, Guringi, yeah, Guringi, which literally means Red Lotus, sung by Lisa. Lisa's done other anime openers before. She also does the ending with, I want to say Fiction Junction, which is called The Edge of. Songs are catchy. Even the music that's in here, passing the moments, amazing. Haven't listened to it dubbed. I listened to it subbed. You guys know me. The voices are fantastic. Even in this last episode where Muzen appears as a female, uh, pretty beautiful female too. Appears as a female, still keeps that same voice, but you can tell the voice actor kind of changes some of his mannerisms, kind of. Uh, which leads me into the next thing. The characters are amazing. I can't find two characters that are alike. Even the background characters, the ones that end up getting killed or sacrificed, they're kind of different than things you've seen. Like, sure, there's a person like, please get away. I don't want to kill you, or please save us. You do feel emotion from these characters. It's strange. I have not encountered an anime in a long time that has made me like this excited and hyped to watch it, aside from My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero. That's, yeah, those two. And coincidentally, this one actually won. I think it was Crunchyroll's Anime of the Year. People voted for it. I had taken my time watching this because it was super hyped up, and I like to watch things and get them organically. Organically, this show is amazing. Setting. I already mentioned the setting. It's funny when Tanjiro actually he grew up in the mountains. He sold charcoal to help his family, and when he gets to a big city that has electricity, because there was electricity around this time, it's very interesting. I enjoy the setting where there's this corpse, corps, of demon slayers, and the Japanese government does not is not officially recognized. A lot of people don't realize that demons are actually a thing unless they're in smaller towns. So it's kind of reflected on the real world where there are rural areas that still have these old beliefs that us civilized or more city bound folk be like, oh, that's just hosh posh bagosh. The only bad thing, and this is nitpicking, is the breaks they have to take. You know, the 26 episodes were done in 2019. Now we're 2021. The middle of 2021, we're towards the latter half of this year, and now we're finally getting season two. We went through a global situation. I'm also going to be real with you. After seeing how the director for Attack on Titan looked, how tired he looked, I'm glad they're taking their time. No one should push themselves, and Japanese animators and mangaka, they push themselves entirely too hard. You know, Kenji, the writer and creator of Berserk, he passed away a couple of months ago, and it's probably because of pushing himself past the brink of his health. The Vagabond creator, he stopped. He drew a couple of stills to show what the story could be, but he had to stop for his health. The people who are working on this are talented. Even other studio directors, like the director of Gundam, said these guys are dedicated and is wonderful. But at the same time, I'm glad they get breaks. So before I tell you who my favorite character is, I'm gonna break down the best 5 episodes of these 26 episodes. We'll start with number five. Number five is the Tamari Demon Arrow Demon. It's it's so amazing because Tanjiro just finished a mission with his sister before. I think it was his first mission. So recently, after running into Mutsen Kitsubushi, uh, Tanjiro's thing is because of growing up in mountains, he has a good nose. He can smell emotions. Suspend your disbelief because when he does it in the show, you're not thinking like, "Oh, that's dumb." He can smell emotions. He can smell your aura. He can smell whether you're lying or not. He can tell where demons are, where people are, X, Y, and Z. Just like Zenitsu, he has amazing hearing. Uh, what is the other guy? Inosuke. I don't know what Inosuke's big thing is. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get into it. Besides his, I can do if you can do what I can do with attitude, which he was quite annoying until the latter half of this season, where you kind of have to realize that Tanjiro is treating him like a younger sibling, not just because Tanjiro's literally an older sibling, but because this is how he's kind of acting. Inosuke, um, Tamara Demon and Arrow Demon showed how hard these fights can be, especially within any anime where there's two different sides. They're upper echelon. The upper echelon. I'm just gonna pull this up because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't remember the names of the upper echelon for the demons. Like the Hashira. There's like I want to say 8 of these guys, but with them, the demons. There's the upper. There's the 12 demon moons. There's the lower moons and the upper moons. And apparently the lower moons are so bad that this the last episode, Muzan shows up and is like, yeah, you guys don't do anything. And one of the lower demons is actually one featured in one of the best episodes. He failed, and once he failed, these guys got killed except for one guy who's going to show up in the Demon Slayer movie that's already out. I plan on watching it. I'm gonna give you that review too, really super soon. Not even joking, not playing, super soon. Um, so with these upper echelons, we think that in the Tamara Demon Arrow Demon episode, these guys are really strong. Turns out new allies for Tanjiro and his sister, who both happen to actually be demons, who are actually able to control their bloodlust to kill humans. Amazing. She's the one who's going to help him revert Nesco. He just has to give her blood from stronger demons so they can figure it out. Uh, Finding out that there are more stronger opponents before you get to stronger opponents, it's such a good way of layering a series. Episode 4 was final selection, so Tanjiro had to work at this, right? Uh, Uraki put him through hell. He ended up working with two ghosts, former ghost senpais. And when he gets to this mountain, he finds the demon that has been killing all of Uradaki's selection students, and does the unbelievable and kills them. One of the things that I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna remember that later. But fantastic episode, lots of emotion. Uh, it's amazing that we get a sense of the teacher's character even when he's not around. The number 3 episode is if you must master a single thing. This is Zenitsu's highlight episode. This dude cries, he whines about, oh, I'm gonna die, XYZ. He constantly cries about he's gonna die, but his hearing is so good he's able to hear people in his sleep. And I'm not 100% sure now, but I'm gonna be assured that that's how he was learning his sword style. He was listening to his master in his sleep and thinking of it over and over again. The only time he can actually do the one thing he's good at is when he's passed out or when he's knocked out. And he, in this episode, he does the one move. Even the bad guy who's a giant spider and is turning him into a spider like the others realizes, oh, you only have one move. It doesn't matter. There's actually an old martial arts proverb that, you know, don't fear the man with 1,000 moves. Fear the man who does the one move 1,000 times. And this made me respect Zenitsu a little bit more, just a little bit more. Uh, Episode 18 is a episode, as episode 18, but the number 2 episode is called A Forged Bond. Um, that's the episode where uh, Tanjiro and Inosuke have to face against the father demon of this fake family of demons, and yeah, neither one of them could get through this skin. And when Tanjiro's being flung away, he literally has to say, "Hey, do not die. I promise I'm going to come back for you." And just the tenacity of Inosuke trying to withstand this demon who, again, they thought this was one of the 12 demon moons. It was not. It was the 12 demon moons was there, but that was not the character. Uh, and I believe, was this the same episode where, this was the same episode where Tanjiro killed the mother demon. Just the fact that the death scene was, for lack of better words, beautiful. You know, he made her death painless because he can tell she's not even trying to fight me anymore. Once I got close, oh yeah, I'm sorry. That's what happened. They ended up fighting. They ended up fighting her. Then they got split up against the father one. But I digress. Uh, Him having to kill her. You know, we get a flashback. They do pepper in flashbacks of these demons, either how they got to where they are right now, or how they were human and became demons. It's fairly interesting. Very simple. They try to make you sympathetic to some of these villains, but of course, the Demon Slayer motto: if you have killed a human, you gotta atone for it. And the number one best episode is episode 19, Hinokami. My God. So the Mastermind Demon, who also uses threads, but his threads can cut. His threads can turn you into mincemeat, and they're iron. And they even broke Tanjiro's sword, the sword that's supposed to be able to use to kill this guy. He strings up Nesco. He wants Nesco as his sister. We even see Nesco's blood art, which is explosion blood. The animation, the quality of the animation wasn't already high. It was fantastic for this. The music was fantastic for this. Even if it's one of those instances where I'll compare it to Endgame. Even though you know some of these characters are coming back, it's the fact that we're getting to this point. How are you gonna make it out? And just the scene of him beheading this guy, unleashing a hidden power, thinking back to his sickly father. He's like, how is my father able to dance within the snow that's freezing, even though he's super sick? So much layering and so much emotion went into this episode. Easily the best episode. Easily by far. So that's my top five. Tamara Demon, Arrow Demon, final selection. You must master a single thing. A forged bond. Forged bond, and of course, Hinokami. Now, last thing I'm gonna talk about my favorite character. It's very rare that I resonate with a main character. I'm usually not a main character kind of guy. With Yu Yu Hakusho, yeah, I like Urameshi, but I was more of a Kurama kind of guy. Genkai is technically my favorite character. When it comes to Dragon Ball, you guys know I love Gohan. When it comes to but when it comes to things like My Hero, while this guy he's up there, I like Midoriya, and I will one day get into why I like Midoriya, but it kind of ties into this. I like Tanjiro because he reminds me of myself. He is the mom. He's the mom friend. He is the one who he knows he has to do this, even though he doesn't want to, even though he's scared. There's been multiple episodes where there has been no rest between missions, and he is exhausted, and he's pushing himself to the brink because he has a goal, and he refuses to lose and to drop the ball on this goal, and that is something I resonate with so much. He's actually amongst parents and teachers, he ranked like two, 4, and 5 in different polls of amongst characters that they're happy that children are able to watch. He's a good big brother. He's fighting for his sister. He's fighting for the memory of his family. When his family has done something to this guy because whenever he sees those earrings, he wants to kill whoever has those Hirafuda earrings. And I just one of the things that gave me chills is he can't he has to make a choice. Protect the people because he turned the guy into a demon so quickly people wouldn't notice. Protect the people from this guy or go after this guy. And he chose to protect the people. He shouted out, he said, "Yo, I know what you look like. I know what you smell like. I'm going to find you and I'm going to get you. I swear to this." Unless he becomes a complete wimp, no way it will I ever drop Tanjiro. Tanjiro forever. All in all, overall, entire season one is getting a 5 out of 5. It is different from other sword animes. The world building in it, what the swords are made of. How is your sword different? How are your techniques different? Um, it's not just the good guys aren't good guys. It's kind of like Bleach in a sense where the Gotai 13, some of those guys are assholes, but you know towards the end of that series, everyone starts softening up. I'm assuming that might happen with the Hirisha I'm floundering. 2 seconds. I just got to pull his name back up. Hashira's. I'm assuming that's going to happen with these guys with Nesco because Nesco had to prove she wasn't going to eat people. A lot of these guys were assholes, and a lot of these guys, I'm like, hope something happens to you because I won't feel bad for you. You're gonna see if one of those guys actually gets what's coming to him when I watch the Mugen Train movie. Uh, yeah, go Tanjiro, go Nesco. I'm all in. I'm on the Demon Train. Demon Train. I'm on the Demon Slayer hype. Choo choo. Let me know. What did you think of Demon Slayer season one? What do you think of? If you've read the manga, what do you think of the manga? Are you excited for season two? I know I am, and I hope they at least do 26 episodes like they did this one. Let's keep this going, guys. As always, in addition to that comment, please give me a like and a subscribe. Hit the notification bell, be notified of more videos like this. Share the video so others can see what a great time we have in discussing these animes, what they are, what's going on with them. And eventually, I will do episode by episode reviews of this, and I try to do overall season reviews as well. So, as always, be good, be blessed. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Black Lives Matter. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Please don't be a jerk. Be safe out there, y'all. And I will definitely see you next time.